everybody, good morning, the RV Enthusiast here. Hey, it is 6:25 in the morning. It is 57 degrees out. You can tell I'm up a little earlier, or the sun's coming up a little later. 57 degrees, heading to 82. Today we got to take the RV in and get an oil, lube, and filter done. I take it to a place called Doherty Ford because they're in Forest Grove, so they're a little bit of ways, but they're not as far as North Ford in Portland, Oregon, and they're less than half the price, and they do the same work. They use Ford products, Ford Motorcraft products, a lot cheaper. And I used to take it to North Ford, but holy cow, you know, when you're looking at a $100 bill versus a $40 bill, under $40 bill, you take it to the place that's under 40, and they use the same oil, everything. It's crazy. That just goes to show you people that aren't trying to rip you off just because you're an RV or a truck, and that's what I like about them. All right, so we're gonna do that today, and maybe some other stuff, but I don't know. We got today and tomorrow, and then we head out, man. So that's the way it is. But it's a beautiful morning. I don't have a lot going on other than waiting for my appointment at Doherty Ford. So that's all I got for now. Hey, join me. Let's go. If you look at these wiper blades, this came with 30-inch wiper blades. 30-inch wiper blades for an RV are about $35 per blade, right? So 70 bucks for replacement blades. That's pretty expensive. So what I've gone and done is I've replaced mine with 28-inch blades. In measuring them, there was a 1/2 inch on top and a 1/2 inch on bottom difference. That is it. Wasn't 2 inches difference, it was a 1/2 inch difference. So the 30s were slightly less than 30, and the 28s are probably exactly 28s, but the wiper pattern is very close to the top, so I don't lose that much, and the wiper blades are 13 bucks. It's the same fitting. They come with multiple fittings. It's the exact same fitting. The blade is identical, except it's a third the price. Well, not a third, but 20 bucks cheaper. So just got through washing it, and I polished it a little bit. I used some quick detailer. We are going on a trip in 5 days, so I just kind of wanted to hit it up. The blacks were needing a little attention, whereas the rest of the coach wasn't so bad. But I kind of quick detailed everything I could reach up to about, I didn't go all the way up, but 5 feet or so up to the windows, and all the bay doors inside and out were done. I brought the awning out just because I washed it, and I just kind of want to dry it a little bit, just make sure there's nothing there. There's a couple of leaves up there, but it is dry. I'll leave it out for a little while, and then I'll pull it back in. But I wanted to show you that. But I just wanted to show you the wiper blade situation. Really, if you've got 30-inch blades on your motorhome, don't spend the money on 30-inch blades. 29 to 39 bucks a piece. Just go to AutoZone or wherever, pick up a nice set. I think those are Rain-X, and I think they were 14 bucks a piece or something, with the blade. I mean, the blade and the housing, so a lot cheaper than the 40 bucks. And like I said, for me, it's only a 1/2 inch difference on top and a 1/2 inch on bottom. All right, so heading off to get the oil changed. It's about 15 miles away, so it'll take a little while. Hey, good morning, everybody. Hey, we're getting ready for this trip. We are towing the Jeep on this trip, so I want to show you guys how we tow, what we tow with. We tow with the Ready Brute Elite. This is from a manufacturer called NSA. I've only towed short distances with it, not far at all, so I'm going to take a quick look at it, make sure all the bolts are tight, and we'll install it Wednesday morning on the RV. Yeah, probably Wednesday morning. Give it a quick test, make sure everything's functioning right, and then we'll be on our way. But in the meantime, I wanted to show you what it is, how it works. So this is a Towbar. This is an 8,000 pound capacity Towbar for the RV that connects to my Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. So what happens is, this is the insert into the RV, and you put it in here, you put your pin in, and you lock your pin in. And what happens is the Jeep sits back here, and when you brake your RV, the Jeep doesn't have anything, right? It's just attached to this. As the Jeep kind of pushes into the RV, it actually shoves this back a couple of inches. And when this gets shoved back, this is tied to the Jeep here, and this is tied to this bracket. When this gets slammed back, this gets slammed in the counter position, the opposite position. So this will move forward 2 inches when the RV brakes and it pushes, the Jeep pushes into the RV. This gets moved forward 2 inches, and this portion is tied to the brakes on the Jeep, and that pulls the brake on the Jeep and therefore stops the Jeep. And there's your surge braking, or your supplemental braking, your surge supplemental braking. So that's how it works. As this gets slammed in, this gets pushed forward. As that gets pushed forward, this gets pulled, which pulls on the brake onto the Jeep. And that stops, that gives you the braking on both units. So the thing I like to do before I go is I just like making sure everything works, right? So I just open these up, make sure these are nice and smooth, nice and smooth. So that won't be a problem tomorrow or Wednesday. Open this, nice and smooth, no problems, no binding. These open up, no problem, that's good. This will get connected to Wednesday. This will get connected to the Jeep Wednesday. And so I just want to go through all the big bolts and make sure all the big bolts are nice and tight. So this is an Allen set. It's tight. And the reason I don't want it to come undone, these have locking washers, or locking bolts, but I don't want it to come undone when I'm traveling, because you know, that'll get away from you, and you can kill somebody, and safety on this thing is a must. So you want to be very safe. So I just give everything a little bit extra. And it's always good to do a check before you leave, right? You want to check things out, make sure it's right. Because if it's not, you gotta give yourself time to get stuff if it's not, you know, to make sure you're good. Hey, so see, we're actually missing the nut. Where it is, I don't know. I keep this over in the corner, and it's always in the corner, so the nut should be on the ground. I will look at that. If the nut's not on the ground, I have spares. Always carry a spare. Look at this, not even tight. So that's what I'm talking about. See, Why it's not tight, I don't know. Maybe I never tightened it. I doubt it. Well, maybe I never really tightened it real tight because I never took it on long trips. This will be the first long trip I've ever taken it on. Don't fall. Okay, that's tight. No bolt. This is, I keep this in the RV. And I keep two types of bolts in here. One, you'd need a lock washer and stuff, but I did purchase extra of these bolts, and I got these from, I don't know what this is from. I don't think they would fit anyway. Yeah, they would. In an emergency, these would work. But that's not the problem. Losing that bolt's not the problem. Losing the nut's the problem. Also, let me show you something. Let me show you real quick. This is important. So before I put this on, let me show you. So this device works. This is the up, this is the bottom, and these are the sides, obviously. These will span out and connect to the Jeep. Being that this is the top, you don't want to take the bolt and put it in from the bottom. Although, you know, it would work if you're not paying attention, you're not focused on what you're doing, or maybe you don't have that mindset of what you're doing. If you did it like this, would it work? Yes. Does it attach properly? Yes. Will it pull the Jeep? Yes. If this is cinched down properly, will it come undone? Probably not. But if something happened and this bolt shook loose, you know, RVs are, they say are just moving earthquakes, right? If you never really tighten this tight or something happened and this came and fell off as this was towing, this, of course, would hit the ground because it would shake. This would come off. If this comes off, you're being held on by one pin and your toad is going somewhere. It's not going to track behind you properly. The proper way to put this on, downward. Because now, at least, if the bolt fell off, this typically wouldn't shake up and out. And I mean, unless you were hitting some bumps and it really it worked itself out. At least it's on. At least it's there. So it's a little safer to have it this way than putting it on this way. Don't put it on that way. Put it on that way. Okay? So just a little safety advice and a little helpful hint. Always put it in with the bolt going down so gravity won't push it through. And if you notice, these are down, down, down. These are across, so it doesn't matter, but those are nice and tight. We check those again. Okay. Okay, so this is tight now, this is tight. These are called clevises, okay? These connect to your base plate, and mine is a Blue Ox base plate. You know, you ever have those problems where is it age? What? I don't know. This connector connects into a lighting thing that goes to the front of the dash if you've installed it. I haven't installed mine, I leave my camera on. I'll plug this in and put a little light by the camera and I can see it go on and off. So that's how that works. But this is set to go for Wednesday morning. I just wanted to kind of give you a quick heads up of how this works and what it is. Okay? All right. Remember, full-time, part-time, anytime is a great time to RV.